Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to Animal Liberation Dobotu Kaioji. One moment while I get everything else going live. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dobotu Kaioji, the Animal Liberation Temple. Good morning, Tani Salazar, my mother, joining us live. I do see there's more people live, just I can only see people are live in comments. There we go. Good morning, Neil. Yeah, I see it's very snowy in northwest England there. Very sunny here today, which is really good. It seems like most of the storms have passed for now. We have clear skies. I got Luke up here, one of our Cal friends, visiting for services this morning. Let me just check the live streams, make sure everything's still going well. Looks like it. We're only on Facebook. Oh, good morning, Yolanda. Good morning, Martin. Looks like we're only live on Facebook and YouTube. My Instagram crashed the software, so I removed it and I have not put it back on because I'm not sure how to do that yet. Just more troubleshooting for now. We're just going to be doing Instagram, or I'm sorry, YouTube and Facebook. I think those are, gonna net us the most benefit anyway. Maybe there's some other services I should be using. Maybe folks can recommend that, and I'll look into adding live streams in multiple places. Good morning, Jackie. So good to see you. I'm feeling okay. I am still very wet and muddy up here, but like I said, it's sunny today. Hopefully, we'll have some good solar power, so I don't have to use my generator. I used it all last night to keep the heat going. And yeah, so this week has been just kind of dealing residual rain, and I need to get water, but the roads are way too muddy to travel down right now. Um, so I'll have to figure out how I'm going to work that out this week. Let's do the update for our residents. We got our ducks who are eating in their little eating house. Breve, Grave, Amanda, and Renee doing really well. Lucy's over here, kind of checking out the cows right now, but she's up and about. The goats, Rob, Matt, and Philip down the hill are doing well. The tortoises are still in the medical building. So sunny today. I might let them out if the floor is a little dry to kind of get some fresh air. They're, you know, kind of resting in the medical building right now to keep out of the extreme cold. Our turkeys, Priya and Harriet, they're eating in their little eating spaces. Our roosters, Jax over in the main coop and Jimmy over in the corner side, they're doing really well. Our guinea fowl friend, Wendy, she's doing good. Our other roosters in the main aviary, Sabrina, May, Brad, Hardwon, Mr. Black, Elton, and Magnus are all doing really well. Our hens, Gwen, Alice, Melissa, Melinda, Sunny, Dora, and Daniela. I saw them all this morning. They're all doing really well. I built this nice little turkey shade, which the turkeys don't really use, but all the chickens like to hang out in there. And the shade has a window on it. I'll show on the tour today what I'm talking about. Our rats, Yamabushi and Hasu, are doing really well. Our dove friend Sequoia is doing well. And then we have the 16 in the Cornwall corner. Poppy, Aster, Ivy, Azalea, Peony, Cynthia, Lotus, Edward, Magnolia, Hazel, Sage, Marigold, Camilla, Hydrangea, Holly, and Zinnia. All doing really well. And then we have our 40 pigeons, FP, Champagne, Appletini, Tulin, Sasha, Yo-Yo, PD, Ricky, Spencer, Shambles, Beluga, Beth, Pee-wee, Cascade, Augustus, Frankie, Rufus, Harper, Elliot, Snickers, Boba, Kismet, Farah, Angus, Pandora, Jones, Finn, Sin, Harriet, Lago, Fred, Tramonto, Halo, Van Capone, Thimble, Percy, Pacino, Lacey, and Sasha. Two Sashas still. I gotta figure that out. But they're doing all good. Oh, thank you, Jackie, for checking on YouTube. And good morning, Jess from Sacramento. So good to see you here. Yes, I love the rats too. They're doing so well. And then our wild rats are kind of coming out pretty good. My climbing vine is not doing so well this winter. This is the second winter, and we'll see. We'll see. I'm not good with plants, but this one did really well for the first year, and now losing all their leaves. So I hope that plant does okay. I don't need this anymore. Just checking the live streams to make sure I'm not missing anything. Okay. I'm not sure how good our YouTube does. You know, a lot of people tell me they don't have Facebook, so they wanted me to do a YouTube live, so I'm doing it. Um, we'll let it go for a while. People say that they did want it, so I'm doing that. It's very wet. um, our fundraisers did not as well as I hoped, but you know, I'm still kind of, those posts are still out there, so sharing those posts really help. Um, it may be a struggle this year, at least in the beginning of the year. It's probably going to be a bit of a struggle, but we'll do our best to make things happen for everybody. What is it, Lucy? A little whiny this morning. I know. You're a good girl. We'll get started with. Ooh, hi, Lucy. Oh, I know. I know. We're excited. What is that, baby? What is it? A little clingy lately, understandably. You okay? I know. You're a good girl. I'm not sure what you want, but I love you. Be careful, baby. Oh, no, we'll start with today's sutras and mantras and prayers, as always, dedicated to our dear animal friends. It's a great benefit for our companion animal friends and wild animal friends to hear these prayers. So if they have the ability to have them hear that, that's super good. I know Tinkerbell is always with us every Sunday, so I'm super happy um, to have her joining us all the time. So hello, Tinkerbell. What is this? Maka hanya haramita shengyo kanji zai bosatsu gyojin hanya haramita jiso kengo onkai kudo isai kuyaku shari shishiki fuku kufu 意識式属税空属税式樹創業地薬分尿税者利子税商法空想不商不滅不公不助不造不減税国注無式無常創業式無限に微絶心に無式証拠未速法無限界内し無意識界無無明薬無無明人内し無老死薬無老死人無苦種滅道無知薬無得意無所特攻菩提サッタイハンヤハラミダコシンムケゲケゲコムクフンリエセ天道無足行ネハンサンゼ小仏エハンヤハラミダ高徳はノクタラ三略三菩提高知般若波羅蜜多税来真宗税大名宗税無常宗税無等道宗の上位最高真実不公公絶般若波羅蜜多種族絶種圧逆定逆定腹逆定腹そう逆定ボディサワカ般若心経願わくはこの功徳をもってあまねく一切に及ぼし我ら土地だ富な友の仏道 Animal Liberation の上善ことを地方三地佛子孙菩萨佛子孫菩薩摩訶薩摩訶後者ホロミ We now recite the Refuge Prayer in Tibetan and English, page 8 of the Animal Liberation Temple Prayer Book. Sangye chadan taki chanam la janju paduk tekti gyapsuchi taki jinso kipe sanam ki drola penjer sangye juparsho. The Buddha, Dharma, and excellent assembly of the Sangha. Until I attain enlightenment, in these I take refuge. By my practice of the six perfections, may all sentient beings attain the state of Buddhahood. And we now recite the four great Bodhisattva vows, Shigi Seigan, page 9 of the Animal Liberation Temple Prayer Book. Shujo Muhen Segando Bono Mujin Segandan Homon Muryo Segangak Botado Mujo Seganjo. However numerous sentient beings, I vow to enlighten them all. However inexhaustible my delusions, I vow to extinguish them all. However immeasurable the dharmas, I vow to master them all. However endless the enlightened way, I vow to follow it fully. And we now recite the 6 vows to our dear animal friends. However numerous our dear animal friends, we vow to liberate them all. However diverse the methods of animal liberation, we vow to support them all. However unheard their voices, we vow to speak out for them all. However painful and inexhaustible the methods of suffering, we vow to bear witness to them all. However infinite the cages and tanks, we vow to empty them all. However difficult animal liberation, we vow to achieve it completely. And we now recite the Vajrasattva purification mantra. Om Vajrasattva Maya Nupalaya Vajrasattva Te Nupatista Trido Me Bhava Sitosho Me Bhava Siposho Me Bhava Anurata Me Bhava Sava Sita Me Prayacha Sava Karma Sita Me Chitam Sri Yam Guru Hom Ha Aho Bhagavan Sava Tathagata Vajramame Mucha Vajri Bhava Mahasamamya Safaha. During this morning's prayers, beautiful to hear Lucy singing with us. We had several more cows come up to hear the prayers. We had a little lovely wild bird taking a bath here in one of my waterers. So yeah, truly is a beautiful morning here at the sanctuary. Lots of lovely wild animals and our residents here enjoying this beautiful morning. We are very blessed. Before I get into my talk, I wanted to share a little experience that I had yesterday. I went to the Animal Rights Center in Berkeley, California. Every Saturday they have a morning meetup. I try to make as many as I can. Sometimes it's way too busy here to be able to make it, but yesterday I was able to make it. And I was sitting there with Almira, not to name drop, but if people who don't know Almira is this phenomenal activist who is the lead organizer for Direct Action Everywhere. She's the one who got me introduced to DXE in the first place. And I was talking with her, and I let her know that Jingda had passed away, and she expressed her condolences. one of the things that stuck out to me, she was all like, "Oh, like Jingda is the Buddha one." She said that every time she thinks of Buddha, she thinks of Jingda. And that's really meaningful, I think, to not just to Jingda and to myself, but to all of us to remind ourselves that all beings have Buddha nature. And just the idea of Buddha, um, when we hear that, do we picture, the deities? Do we picture the bodhisattvas? Do we picture Shakyamuni Buddha? Or just sometimes that engage our mind in thoughts of Jingda or our chicken friend we met the other day, or does it engage our mind with our non-human animal friends who um, all have Buddha nature, and in a lot of ways could definitely be, the incarnation of one of the Buddhas. So that was really special. I wanted to share that with you. That's one of the things. She's not Buddhist, but so maybe that helps. She doesn't have the preconceived thought of what Buddha is. Um, but I thought that was really special, and Jingda definitely had Buddha nature, so I love that. Today I wanted to talk about some advice on what to do. Often I get asked questions about, um, you know, my family's not vegan. What do I do? I work in a place that is. I'm getting a call from Pastor Rob. I thought he was online here. Um, maybe I should answer this. Hello, Pastor Rob.
Are you okay? You must be hustling to get your service up and running.
It's up and running.
Oh, oh, Jesus! I'm so sorry to call you that.
No, it's okay.
You must be in the middle of the service.
Yes,
Maybe answer the phone.
I thought I better if it's Pastor Rob.
Oh my goodness! Oh my! I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
I'm trying to find you for the last hour.
Oh
I'll
no.
go back online.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're there.
Bye. Bye. Bye.
All right, bye bye. Yeah. Maybe some people are having trouble finding it. I think we're live in the right place because everybody's tuning in. Okay. Anyways, so sometimes I get this question asked. My family's not vegan. Like, what can I do? What should I do? My workplace, I'm surrounded by non-vegans. I'm surrounded by animal flesh. This is a very difficult thing for me to do. Go into the grocery store. I'm confronted by these things. We live in a world where we're confronted by a lot of violence towards animals every day. What should we do? Um, I probably can go on and on. The many different examples of these types of questions, and I'm sure everybody out there asks themselves that. Um, and a lot of people ask Buddhists presenting folks like myself these questions because they're looking for that um, a particular answer. They're looking for a way to just be okay with the fact that these things happen around them, that they're confronted by it all the time. Um, and often they're asking because their response is, what they're currently doing is um, often nothing at all. Um, not all the time, but many times that's what they're doing. And so my simple advice um, is to say something, to do something, no matter what it is. It doesn't need to be the right thing. It doesn't need to be the most eloquent speech you've ever delivered. It doesn't need to be something that is definitely going to change their mind or definitely change their hearts. Often he says, I've talked to my father over and over and I can't get him to go vegan. Then talk to him again. That's my advice. Maybe there is the right answer. I can't say that. We should know by now that there's no perfect answer. There's no perfect phrase. There's no magic wand that we can wave to make somebody vegan. But I know the things that doesn't work, and the thing that doesn't work is doing nothing. The thing that doesn't work is saying nothing. And what the animals deserve is more than nothing. So my advice is to say something, whether it's the right thing or the wrong thing. Whenever you're just doing something, saying something, it creates a change. And I don't think that we have the ability to always know exactly how our words will be received. Even ones that seem harsh in the moment could create a lot of positive change. I don't know what's going on, Lucy. You just want to play? I know. We'll play, I promise. We'll play today. So as I was saying, say something. Even if all you had to say is just like, that's not right, or that's horrible, or, I disagree with that. Even something that small could make a huge difference. And maybe saying it over and over is like what needs to be said and what needs to be done. If you're going to be confronted by this anyway, if you're going to have to be confronted by animal violence all the time anyways, maybe you should say something instead of being quiet or saying nothing. I'm a very big advocate of there's not a wrong way to say things as long as you say them from your heart, as long as you say them with compassion, as long as you say them with passion. I think that it's important to speak from your heart, and the right thing to say is exactly the thing that you're feeling. If you're feeling anger, express that anger. It's not necessary to be violent to express anger. I think expressing anger is very natural and can be helpful to dialogue why you feel angry, and to express yourself in a passionate way about the anger that you feel. I think this is a good thing to do. And again, I go back to a lot of people ask me because I'm Buddhist and they want the answer. Be calm and be gentle. And I don't think that's always the right thing to do. Our friends are dying horrible deaths. And the way they are treated is not gentle. So I don't think our response should always be gentle. I think we should speak to the situation that it deserves. So this morning, this is what I'm asking folks is to speak up. And you can speak up in many ways. Maybe speaking up is, saying again how wrong the violence that we commit to animals is. Maybe it's going to a protest and just holding a sign with the feeling in your heart that you hope to reach as many people as possible. Um, and I think sometimes reaching people isn't always as easy as being gentle. I don't think reaching people is always as easy as having your sign say something nice. Maybe your sign says something startling and passionate. You know, it reminds me of, when we go vegan, when we start to realize what's happening to animals, we look at the whole situation and we come up with all these logical reasons on why the exploitation of animals is wrong. And we come up with all these logical reasons on, um, the continuation of this system that we exploit animals is not only harmful to animals, but harmful to ourselves, harmful to the environment. These things are very logical, and we understand them once we've already gone vegan. But it's before that, it's difficult for us to make those decisions. And I would bet that a lot of us, maybe not all of us, but a lot of us made that decision on an emotional level, that we saw the suffering of others and decided to make a change. So this is why I implore you to say something. This is why I implore you to speak from your heart, to convince people through emotion, because I don't think that us humans think logically very often. We think logically after the fact to back up what our emotion already feels. So the logic part can come later, but if you want folks to make changes, I think we need to approach them on an emotional level. We need to allow them to feel what we feel. Um, and I think that's how we can make some very positive changes. So say something. That's my conclusion. Say something, whether that be gentle or wrathful. Say something. All right. So that is what I wanted to talk about today. I hope that makes sense for people. If you have any questions, please feel to reach out to me. Do you have any specific examples that you would like to talk through and need some help with? I know that folks may be dealing with specific family situations. Um, and at the end of the day, I also like to remind folks that I don't necessarily even advocate for veganism. I advocate for our dear animal friends. I advocate for the non-exploitation of our dear animal friends. And by happenstance, or that probably will lead you down that road of needing to be vegan. But I foremost, I'm advocating for our dear animal friends. I'm not too concerned what people eat, but I am concerned how they treat our dear animal friends. And um, so I implore folks to tell their stories and talk about the animals. So we'll conclude today's services with the dedication of merit. I'm sorry, with the animal liberation prayer and the dedication of merit. And then we will take a quick tour as I need to let out the turkeys and the ducks on the main aviary side. And I'll show you what I'm talking about by my new turkey shelter, which isn't being used by the turkeys because you build things, you build homes, you build shelters, you build coops for everybody, and they don't use them either correctly or they don't use them the way you designed them. But that's part of sanctuary life. So we'll recite the Animal Liberation Prayer found on page 12, 13, and 14 of the Animal Liberation Temple Prayer Book. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who are subject to unbearable pain in labs throughout the world, be free of all suffering. May alternatives to animal experimentation, vivisection, and dissection be implemented immediately. May bodhicitta, the quality of compassion that leads to enlightenment, fill the hearts of those who imprison them. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who suffer endless days, months, years, locked in tiny cages unable to move, be filled with peace and calm. May all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends who are forcibly taken from their families, be reunited. May all families be able to stay together. May the hearts of those who work in slaughterhouses, factory farms, and all industries that exploit our dear animal friends be filled with bodhicitta, so the very thought of harm is purified. May they never kill again, and may the slaughterhouse lines, factory farms, and all industries that exploit our dear animal friends become immediately empty. May no animal be afraid or depressed. May their bodies be free of injuries, disease, and illness. May the mutilation of their bodies be forever ceased. May those who need homes or have been driven from them find shelter, plentiful food, and water. May there be liberation for those tortured for fur, entertainment, or who are hunted. May those who believe that they are superior to our brother and sister animals develop perfect equanimity, and may they realize in their hearts that all sentient beings possess Buddha nature, the potential to be completely free of suffering, and that they are not ours to kill or exploit. May the billions of land and sea-dwelling sentient beings who are abused, exploited, and killed due to greed, hatred, and ignorance be free of suffering. May all the nets, hooks, blades, projectiles, traps, snares, cages, pens, tanks, lethal restraints, saddles, reins, prods, bait, poison on all instruments used to harm, exploit, and dominate our dear animal friends be forever abolished. May all human and non-human sentient beings live together in harmony, peace, equanimity, and achieve perfect enlightenment quickly. May we all experience happiness, safety, freedom, and animal liberation in this very lifetime. And we now recite the dedication of merit to our dear animal friends. Throughout our many lives and until this moment, whatever virtue we have accomplished, including this aspiration for peace, and all that we will ever attain, this we offer for the benefit of all sentient beings, especially our dear animal friends. May suffering, exploitation, and unnecessary death be decreased for every being, while wisdom, bliss, and compassion increase in this and every future life. May we clearly and instantly perceive the plight of our dear animal friends with the urgency and seriousness they deserve, and our every action leads them to complete liberation. May we quickly attain enlightenment and work ceaselessly for the liberation of all sentient beings. We'll start our tour. Lucy probably wants out, I can see. I'm coming, Lucy. Right. It's becoming green again up here. It's really beautiful. There's Sabrina and Elton there. All right, turkeys, you ready? Oh, here's Dora. Say hi, Dora. It's Harriet. And Priya. Hi, Priya. Wendy, the guinea fowl. We'll go let the ducks out. I hear you, Brad. And we're still eating our duck food. Look at these ducks. You gotta finish your duck food. Okay. If I open that, the turkeys will go in there and eat them. Eat all the duck food. So, give the ducks a little bit more time. So this is the new turkey shelter I built. Got these pretty note in. It says Animal Liberation Temple. And then you see I put this little window here so that I can see the birds just by stepping out my front door. And the chickens like to hang out here. It's built for the turkeys to be covered by the rain. But yeah, I got this nice big window here so I can see them. Let's see here. Priya and Harriet kind of finishing up the chicken food. Oh, there's Melinda there in the background. I think that's Daniela up on the wood there. And Lucy running around. There you go, Lucy. Oh, she loves to take a run around. It's probably what you need to do. Well, did our quick little visit with everybody. I really appreciate everybody tuning in live and watching throughout the week. One of our New Year's resolutions is to continue building the temple and the sanctuary. Be a good example to all spiritual and religious folks on how they can better care for our dear animal friends, and we hope to expand this week, this year. Yeah, when I use the microphone on the Sony, it's really loud, which is good. I'm glad that Sony mic works, picks up everything. Check if there's any interesting comments. Yeah, tents are difficult on this land. One, there's not a lot of flat space, and two, the cows love to trample tents. But you could set up a tent inside of here. I also wouldn't recommend doing it in the winter. Also, one of the things that we really want to do but it's kind of down lower on my priority list is to build another house for volunteers and temporary resident housing and things like that. Building houses are very expensive, so it's lower on my list of priorities to get done. But it'd be really awesome if I was able to do that this year. I think it would really help with getting um, more volunteers up here, more help up here. Would make my life a little bit easier, but I'm able to function without it, so that's why it's lower on my priority list. Um, but I would like to build another, like a volunteer housing. I have an idea of where it would go. The cost would be probably like 6 to 7 thousand on the low end, and like 10,000 on the higher end because that's about what my house cost was 10,000 to build. But there's some corners I can cut maybe. Um, and I still want to build the actual temple building. There's still coops that I want to build. I still want to expand some of the areas to bring in more residents. So there's a lot of plans for this year. So anybody who can help, that'd be really great. Um, and please just share this live stream and share our posts and everything like that. That'll really help. But everybody have a wonderful week. Thank you so much for tuning in live. I hope to hear from you all this week. Please reach out if you have any questions or thoughts or even some well wishes. That'd be appreciated. Everybody have a wonderful week. Thank you very much.